This program contains coarse language and discusses mature themes. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
It's just always, sorry, it's always so intimidating to me to do that. But you know what? Having you giggle is so amazing.
It's okay.
And you look fantastic tonight.
So it's
well, okay. What are those pants that you're wearing?
Oh, they're Deadpool pants.
They're what?
They're Deadpool. Well, they're Deadpool sleep shorts.
Oh, Deadpool? Oh, we stand for Deadpool. I mean.
Oh yeah. No, I.
Oh shoot. Welcome back to the Daily Planet. I'm your host, Darth Ginger, on the ugly couch, and here we have a reporter. I'm so sorry. Do you want me to use your username?
No, yeah. This is no Tucker. I'm in the field right now.
Okay. Tucker, yeah. How does it look out there right now on the grounds?
Rainy. With rain.
Oh, good. It's raining something else.
It's Washington State. It's all rain here right now because this is our spring.
We made it! We discovered the magnificent Pacific Northwest!
So
yeah, and it's wild. Well, I'm used to when it rains here in Arizona, especially when I was a kid, it would rain worms. That's like a dead like, dang it, I didn't even make a minute in. I'm sorry, everyone.
First to break.
I'm always the first. It happened. Actually, there's only been one episode that I wasn't the first to break. She broke within like 30 seconds. I was like, it's fine. No, it would rain worms because that's a real thing.
Oh geez, yeah, we've had some. It gets weird here for weather. Like, just like it'll like be really rainy and then sunny and then rain again, all within the same day. It'll be like rain, blue sky, rain. And then it'll come down with hail and snow. And then, it just, I'm like, make up your mind already. Like, what are we doing?
I feel like a lot of states now, because I've lived in, California and Colorado. Those are the most bipolar weather states I've ever lived in. And that's how Arizona is right now, too. Because we just had a few days where it was like, to us, don't come at me. I don't care anymore. It was like 50 degrees and we were freezing.
Oh, geez. Yeah, it gets in the summer it reaches like we've gotten to like 100, 102, stuff like that, and everyone's like, "Oh, this isn't so bad. You should see Arizona. It's 195 in the shade." I'm like, "Okay, I guess I should shut up then."
It gets really hot here because last year I think was our like hottest summer, and it was like 120 plus degrees. I didn't leave the house. Me being the knowledgeable, ginger, pale-skinned woman, to not go outside. It's all burned so quickly.
Oh yeah, no, I have a good example of that. A couple years ago, I went to California with my brother, and we went early in the morning, and we get there and we're wearing dark jeans and boots. And
well, hold on. There's two different states. Did you go to NorCal or SoCal?
Went to San Pedro, California.
Okay.
Yeah. So we get out, we go back to our friend's house, and we're like, "Gosh, you guys are red. How long are you out there?" "I don't know, about 45 minutes. "We can't be that." "Oh, that's not." Yeah. And so I got really bad on my back and my shoulders, and my brother was wearing one of those Kangol hats. You know what I mean? You can like flip it to the front and flip it to the back. It's like, yeah. And no, so he got it so bad. He got like sunburned right here, and then it's all pale right up here. And I'm like, "Dude, that looks bad." He's like, we'll stop pointing it out.
Stop making me feel so self-conscious.
It's like, stop. All right. Just don't poke it. Sorry.
It's terrible. When you get a sunburn, the worst sunburn I think I ever had, we went to the Folsom Street Leather Festival in San Francisco.
Nice.
And it was such an amazing time. We had a great time. but it's clothing optional. But I was wearing a pentagram harness.
Oh gosh.
So I had a sunburned pentagram on me for weeks.
Just walk by any church.
And it's funny because I live right next to a church, so I'm like, I'm so sorry.
No, I get some bad sunburns too when I go with my friends to Seattle Pride. I always have a freaking blast going there.
Oh, beautiful.
Such a blast. We've gotten into the rhythm where we literally sit on a street corner right by the first podium, and that's where everybody, they'll start it and they'll start tossing out like candy and swag and all that jazz. And man, those people don't care. Like, hey, toss them over here. Here's some candy. And they'll just chuck it at people. It comes at like, everyone's like, dude, what the hell? I'm like, sorry, there it is. It just comes out of nowhere. I'm like, sorry. And we're like, pass them back. We're like, here it's there. I'm like, who needs a condom? Sunglasses? Promotional patch? A Frisbee type thing? And we're like, at the end of the day, like,
wait, what is the Frisbee type theme?
Right? We're like, last year I was using what I thought was a fan. They're like, Tucker, that's not a fan, that's a Frisbee. I'm like, what? Oh, all right, whatever, I don't care. It's on a sale right now. And by the end of the day, we're like, okay, where's the car? We're like, it's 10 minutes that way. Oh, crap.
Yeah. Oh, that feeling. Oh.
Well, and then we've learned over the years to just like, at first we started just standing. And now we're like, no, let's bring chairs. No, now we make sure to bring extra sunscreen. Now we bring extra water. Now we're those people who have that big pull cart with us, and chairs and everything. We're like, dude,
wow.
we're good. We're like, we're getting
how many events have you been to like that?
Oh gosh, let's see. Like 4 or 5. I go just about as many years as I can. It's just a good time. I just go for kicks. You get to go out, you get to support people, and everybody's like either wearing just about nothing or leather clad or whatnot. And I'm like, I look at the people in leather, I'm like, just bravo, man. It's like 95, 100 degrees out, and they're wearing like leather Speedos, and they got the harness on. There's glitter everywhere, or in some cases, people are dressed with body paint. And I'm like, is that guy naked? Yes, he is. Yep, he's his Johnson screen. Cool, and the rainbow's the rest there. But it's a good time. You get to go out, you get to meet people and support everybody, and everybody's really sweet and honest. And the drag queens come out in force, and
oh my god, everyone has to step back for those queens. They are.
I give so much props to them because, like, I asked one year, it's like, hey, you look beautiful. You're the whole oceanic seashell theme you have. She's like, oh, thank you so much. What times you get up in the morning to start the process? They're like, I got up at like 4. The parade doesn't start till like 11.
It's a lot of work.
Like,
shout out to you queens. Oh my god.
Flats, or are you wearing heels? I'm like, they're like, I'm wearing heels. Like, oh, just yeah. It's just, I'm like,
get
oh
it,
my
queens.
God. And what's fun is that a friend of mine, we started a little game. We call it the condom collection game. Whoever gets the most condoms at the end of the day wins. One of these days, we're gonna get like a bet at the end. It's like whoever wins has to dye their hair this color or buy the other person lunch. And like either way, you got like a nice supply of condoms for a while.
Yeah, we love safe sex. Please, like, don't ever like not use condoms. It's cool.
Right. Yeah. During my years of being polyamory, my partner and I have been she's always, I don't care who you sleep with, who you date. All I ask is that you get tested regularly, you wear a condom, and they're tested regularly. And I'm like, you know what, honey, I can do that. That is not a problem. It's simple, easy instructions to remember. And she's like, other than that, hey, go wild. Just be safe, be good. And I'm like, yeah, awesome.
I like to promote safe sex, but so no bareback whatsoever.
Yeah.
Wow.
I only promote bareback when you know that that's the only person that you're going to either do that with, or that you're fluid bonded. I know some people are like, oh yeah, we don't use condoms. We're fluid bonded. We're not sleeping with anybody else. And if we are, it's always safe sex. We're always checking up and this and that. And I know I'm going to say this right out loud that I feel like polyamory kind of gets a bad rap because a lot of people think that it's just an excuse to go out and cheat. It's not.
It does.
It's
Yeah,
not.
no. There's such a like an intimacy when it comes to
Exactly.
being polyamorous.
Exactly. And as I said, my partner and I, we have a set of rules in place. And on top of that, the most, I would say the biggest rule that we have is honesty. You know,
Honesty is key. I keep telling you guys, honesty, communication is key.
exactly. And we're always very like, okay, I'm a little jealous of this, or we need to talk about this, you know, or honey, honestly, you hog the covers way too much and this and that. So
That's me. That's me. I take all the covers.
We've had that argument way too much. And she's like, I don't hog the color. No, you do, because you flip it over, you put it between your legs, and then you couple it and you burrito yourself in, and I'm left. We'll scoot in more. No, honey, we both know we're heat magnets. Okay. We're like, after a few minutes, just like, oh, nice.
We might have a queen size bed, but I started buying king size fucking quilts because of that.
My girlfriend and I started dating. I had a really crappy queen size I had for like years, like 10 plus years. And it was a good bed. But after a while, I was like, okay. And then luckily my dad was kind enough to help me get a king size from Costco. Thank you, Costco.
Thank you, Costco. Please sponsor this podcast. We appreciate you.
We can't sponsor this. They're talking about dirty things. And I got a great mattress, and I got a kick-ass headboard from OfferUp. And at the time, one of my other partners was like, you know what we can do with this thing, right? I'm like, yeah.
My imagination just went wild.
Oh no, it's one of those headboards where you had to get like the stoppers in the back, right?
Oh.
I had to like fiddle with it so bad. I'm like, nope, it's still making noise. Nope, it's just okay. Turn this way because it's still making noise. I don't want my brother to hear this. So yeah.
Having a good bed changes. Like, we're about to invest into a new bed because we've had ours for so many years. It's like, we deserve, because you spend like it's scientifically proven that you spend the majority of your time in bed.
Oh yeah, and I can't tell you how much glee how sad I was, but also how relieved I was to watch the guys at the dump take it away with that big claw thing, and I was just like, "Vaya con Dios, my friend, you served me well." Okay, bed.
I love my bed because it's I think it's a, what is it called, thermodynamic kind of bed.
Yeah.
But it is, if you take off all the sheet covers and whatnot, that mattress is almost as stained as much as the ugly couch. Almost.
Oh yeah.
This couch has more stains than that bed, but I'm like, those are good memories.
I'm one of those people I like to pride myself on. I like to get new stuff, but if I can, I'm gonna splurge on used stuff if it looks good enough. You know, like this couch I got for free from my mom's friend.
You have a nice looking couch. Like, that's a really nice looking couch.
Couches. So
yeah,
it's
this couch. You all keep complaining because I always have this blanket up. This couch is fucking ugly. It's a red flannel couch from like, I don't even remember what we dated it at. Like maybe 60s. I don't know.
I've gotten free couches before. I got one like a number of years ago when I was working apartment complexes as their maintenance guy, and I'm like, are they gonna keep this couch? Like, no. Do you want it? Hell yeah! And I took it home.
Yeah, I took it home. I did. I 100% broke my apartment for this couch. I fucking love it. Never want to get rid of it.
It works, right?
It works. But it made a brand. Like, that's how good it is.
Oh gosh, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm one of those people who like, if I see something good at a yard sale, I'm like, I love it, I'll take it, this and that, you know. And sometimes my mind will be like, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a gentleman pervert, and I say that proudly.
We appreciate that.
Right, because I'll see stuff and I'm like, I don't know, I could probably use this in some kind of dirty way.
I totally can. Those high heels?
Yes.
That plunger? Oh, I don't need a plunger in my like basic necessity life, but like, what if?
right? Or Home Depot. I can use these chains for something. Can we help you with something, sir? No, I'm just looking by.
I have a close heart for Home Depot because it was one of the first places that I publicly started taking photos in. And I dare you to scroll back through my photos to anyone that's watching and listening. And the employees were so nice. They're like, we know what you're doing. And I was like, and they're like, we didn't see anything. I was like, thank you.
Inside. So just keep doing what you're doing.
I bought a lot of plants that day.
No, I love doing photos in public, in the bathroom, like, all right, I got 5 minutes, let's do this, or, sending a risque text real quick, stuff like that. There's nothing more. I like, everyone's like, I can't do that right now. I'm like, just go in the bathroom. I know I understand if you can't, just like quick, like, okay, cool.
It's always because you and I are very like risque people. And one of the things that I loved about you talking about being risque is, this is like the worst segue I've ever done in my entire life, but I'm just really excited to talk about this, is about pegging. Because I've never been able to talk to a male about pegging. And I think that that's beautiful that you're so vulnerable about that kind of stuff.
I will admit that I haven't tried it yet. I've tried fingers and stuff with friends, but that's about it. But
so wait, this is when the part I could just say, so sometimes when you're in the shower, you like to put a finger in your butt.
Yeah, kind of. That was a few years ago when I was experimenting. I've had a friend, like, I kid you not.
I gotta say it. It's okay.
Right? No. I feel that when you do stuff like that, when you like sex, you need a sense of humor with it. Like, just have a good sense of humor. So the first time I had a friend of mine, I was like, hey, honey, would you mind trying this out? She's like, yeah, but I'm doing it only with a glove and lube. Lube.
Yes. Do you do stand up?
Right, but here's like, all right, but I got to do one thing, and she's like, what? Hang on a sec, and I scroll through my phone, click. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Okay. Really? I'm like, hey, let me have my moment. Let me just I'm trying. Right? But with pegging, I grew up with the stigma and the stereotype that you do it, you're automatically presumed to be gay.
Yeah.
Right. And, as I like to think that as I get older, my sexual experimentation is evolving, is expanding, is trying new things. So if I try it and I like it, I'm like, okay, why not, give it a shot. And if I don't like it, I can at least say, hey, give it a shot, didn't like it, try something else. You don't have to stick with it. If you don't like it, you can at least say, hey, I gave it a shot. Life goes on. But yeah, I like to think that I'm expanding, trying new things. Like, for the longest time, I was like, no, I like being dominant over women. And after a while, I was like, you know what? I want a woman to dominate me. I want to be submissive to a woman. I think that'd be like, and I give it a shot. And I turned, I was like, oh my God, I love this. Because there's, in my opinion, there's nothing more hot, there's nothing more erotic and sexual about giving yourself over to somebody that you trust, even if it's just for like 5 minutes and they're just going to smack you around and call you a bitch and this and that, or twist my nips or whatever. So,
Ooh, see, I'm very into nipple play, so don't get me started on that.
No, hey, I'm the same way too. I got mine pierced, and everyone's like, "Dude, why'd you get that stuff pierced?" I'm like, I don't know.
What size gauge?
You know what? I can't even remember, honestly.
They're not pierced anymore. All right,
I can't remember, but I think it's one of the standard gauges. The funny thing is, and I'm going to put this out there, and I'm not going to say names, but my dad was like, dude, do you want to try this? I did it. Do you want to, I'm like, really, Dad? He's like, yeah, I thought, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My boyfriend had his nipples pierced, I think 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
So
well,
I think that's very attractive.
Yeah. My piercing story goes, everyone's like, so you got it at a store? I was like, no. And they're like, oh my God, what? So I would make it real quick, is that my dad and my stepmom did it for me. Right? Now my dad
they personally did it?
Yeah.
Wow, good parenting.
right? They're the ones
They're
who
like, hey, if you want this, we'll do it.
Oh yeah, no, because my stepmom was at one point a registered nurse, so she knew how to get all like the gloves and the instruments and everything. And she did this one, and like, okay, it's like it's over. It's like, yeah, and I look down, there's just blood, right? And I'm like, that's not good. Lay back down. We're not done yet.
Don't fucking look. Don't do it.
And my brother comes in the room and he's like, how's it going? I'm like, hold my hand. He's like, what? Hold my hand, bitch. This hurts. Like, and then he likes to tell that story later. I'm like, well, yeah, dude, they're pushing a piece of metal through my nipple. It hurt.
It was so painful. It was awful.
Right? But as you know, and women just think it's funny. Like, you really want me to tug on your nipple things? I was like, yeah. Like, I didn't just get them because I wanted to. I get them because I found out later. Like, I like you don't have to like rip them out. Just give them a nice tug or a twist or whatever. Dig it.
I didn't put these in for nothing. Okay.
I mean, yeah, sure, they look cool.
These bad boys cost $200.
Oh, seriously? Oh, wow. Okay.
He took me for my birthday to a professional, like very well known for doing nipple piercings. So he was like, I want to make it looks like a doctor, like they know exactly what they're doing. And I know you've all heard this story. I've never yelled "fuck" louder in my entire life. Totally worth it though. That was years ago. But here's the thing: this girl did real good. This girl, I still struggle with.
I'm pretty sure I did the Steve Carell, Kelly Clarkson, right through one. And, oh man, but no, yeah.
Did you ever get them redone?
What?
Did you ever get them redone?
No, they've been the same my whole life. Well, for the time that I've had them. So, it's I'm thinking about getting more piercings, probably in my ear. I want to definitely get more tattoos. I'm up to at least 15. I have,
You do have a beautiful collection of tattoos.
I have some are like really meaningful to me. Others are like I have the basic Ephesians 2:5 from the Bible. I am not too much of a church going man, but I do believe, and what I think is great about the BDSM community and kink life is that a lot of people are like, hey man, I totally believe, and I think that's great. God is good. Jesus is great. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go get my ass kicked inside by my lady. I'm like, dude, nice. And some of my other tattoos are just like, some have meaning, some don't. And I think I love getting flash tattoos. Anytime there's like, we'll do this for $30.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3 that I love. I have a UFO, and I have one right here that's a little T-Rex that says RAWR with a word bubble.
Wait, can we see that up close?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Everybody that me and my boyfriend wake up to, that's our like love language. We go "rawr." Instead of saying like hello, good morning, we just go "rawr."
The latest one I got was a Halloween special. It was a Bart Simpson skull.
Can't go wrong with a Halloween special,
Oh, this is sweat.
Yeah, and I have a bunch of friends like, dude, why do you guys get so many tattoos? And I was like, because I like getting tattoos, and because honestly, it hurts, but it's a good pain. Like,
it's addicting like no tomorrow.
I have the one I get complimented on the most is the one on the back of my neck. It's a power button on the back of my neck. Yeah.
Why do you not have that posted?
I have it somewhere on my Facebook. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I get it all the time, especially when I get my hair cut. The ladies are like, "Oh, I turn you off and on." I'm like, yeah. Or people are like, so if I turn you on, what does that mean? I'm like, none of your damn business.
Yeah. This is a business of, public services.
Right? But
we can't do this here, but come back to my dungeon.
Right. Oh yeah. To me, there's just nothing sexier than being submissive to women, especially ones that know what they're doing. When they take care of you and they know. I've done probably 2 or 3 scenes at a dungeon with a friend of mine. She took such good care of me. She did such a great job. And I think what I missed the most was that fantastic high after it was all done. Just that beautiful high afterwards. There was one time I really couldn't concentrate too much on the high because you kept beating me with a rubber chicken and it kept squeaking. So
Wait, what? Wait, that escalated so much because I'm like envisioning this like beautiful scene of like, oh yeah, like a dominant woman, and then there's a rubber chicken. Where'd the chicken come from?
Right, and she has me blindfolded, and the next thing I heard is like, okay, shh, relax. It's like, stop laughing. I'm like, well, stop using the chicken, honey. I can't concentrate. Everybody in the dungeon is losing their minds. And she's like, this is a very serious moment. I'm like, of course it is. Okay, keep going. It's cool. Just go. I'm like, no, I can't.
All right, you'll leave in the comments if you've ever been like, I don't even know how to ask the question anymore. It's in my head so much.
I think
one of those like it's like one of those like long neck chickens, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. I was going to say, what's the best question to ask your viewers is, what's the funniest thing you ever been hit with in a scene? I think that'll, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Ugh. I don't have any funny ones. That's the best. I'm gonna totally go on Amazon right now. But actually, I'll just go to Walmart after this.
Just go into the pet section. Like, oh yeah, this will work. And ooh, hey, this collar's nice. And
yeah, I'm just buying it for my dog. It's okay, Ella. You're not even.
What kind of dog you have? A dog, kind of.
A dead one. Ella, you are the worst co-host ever.
Oh, that's it. Okay, I was like, what am I looking at? Oh, okay, there's a dog. Okay.
Yeah, there isn't. No.
I was like, is that a pillow or just?
No, it's just a black inanimate object that I keep calling my dog. This is 30 plus episodes in, Ella.
Ella, are you dead? No, she's fine. We're cool.
Oh shit! I woke you up. I'm sorry. Sorry. I love you.
But no, as I said, I got friends of mine got me into the kink community around when I was 25, and I was like, all right, I'll give this a shot and see what it is.
Oh wow, okay, that's a good time to get in because you're 32, so you've been around.
Yeah, and
I respect.
Yeah, I gave it a shot, and I was like, all right, I'm kind of digging it, and I've actually met 2 girlfriends, my current girlfriend, and then my ex, who's still my friend, off the site. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I can't like. And we still look back to it and like, can you believe it? All it took was a comment, and then we just kept commenting, and then we were just like, can I have your number? And then it just went from there and stuff. It was crazy. I feel like and to be honest, with the kink community, I feel like you meet some of the most honest people because they're like, no, this is what I like. I'm not ashamed of it. So how are you doing? And I used to go to a dungeon all the time. And that's where I met some great people. We had a good time. I would mostly just go to hang out, relax. It was something to do on a Saturday night, instead of just sitting around doing nothing. And we would have just the best conversations of, movies and politics and this and that. And then you hear the people inside just going to town on themselves, and it wouldn't faze you anymore. And I'd sit inside, and we'd be like, yeah, no. So I was, talking with this subject the other day, and you got some guy over here or some lady, gotten flogged or paddled or whatnot. And you're like, so anyways, as I was saying about the topic, like
it makes it very like nonchalant, like very like normalized. And that's
right.
That's what we're trying to do here on the Ugly Couch Podcast. Is normalized. Like, we all do this. You just need to admit that you do it, and it's okay. If you're not ready for it, like, you can talk to people like us.
Yeah, and I think for everybody, when you're young, everybody thinks sex is this huge, mega thing that if you don't do it right away,
we're old as fuck. We hit our 30s, okay?
And it's just when you're younger, it's like, man, like I gotta have sex. I gotta be like, if you're not sex, you're not of the elite and this and that. And then you get through, it's even worse through school, in high school and so forth. And then when you get out and you had a bunch, and you think to yourself, man, what the hell was I thinking back then? It's sex.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I lost my virginity at 13. So I was like, fuck it.
I lost mine at 18, and I'm in that bracket of people who are disappointed with who they lost it to, because I lost it to, I could have lost it to the girl I took to prom, who was a good friend of mine. And she didn't tell me this till like years later when she's happily married. Like, you could have had me on prom night. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, I was throwing out all the signals, and you gave me a kiss on the cheek. And I'm like, doesn't that make you feel good? No. this now when you're happily engaged or married. I'm like, right. And I ended up losing it to a girl I met on the internet, and it was just, I won't go into it, as a whole big drama and this and that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm like, everyone's like, was it good for you? I was like, I'm not gonna lie, it was terrible. Like for her, yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. I was moving and grunting and this, and I had no idea what the hell I was doing.
Wow.
It was just, I look back on it now and I'm like, you know what? It happens. I'm not ashamed of it. You know, it's
but
like,
you know what? You got through, and you did it,
yeah.
and now look at you. You're just busting nuts all over the place.
I mean, I don't know about that, but
But like, yeah, like losing like your virginity, it's like really hard because a lot of people I meet on here, especially, everyone loses it a lot later than I did. As I just knew, because my first time that I ever masturbated, I know exactly when I did. I was 6 years old. I was shamefully behind the couch with my Ken Barbie doll and just rubbed one out. And no, Ken is not a good kisser at all.
he
Not
just
at all.
staring at me with those eyes and was like, rub my nub.
It's okay. A week later, my brother broke off his head like he did with all my other Barbie dolls, so it's cool. I just remained in my dad's like, I'm going to fix it for you. No, you're not, Dad. We buried them all in the backyard. I can go back to the house. I'm 20 minutes from there.
I will say this, that the first few times of your sexual experience, I remember I was so nervous. I was like shaking because it was so like, okay, I have this woman naked in front of me. We're going to do stuff. I was just like, oh my gosh. And now I look at it, I'm like,
that's fucking stupid.
Yeah. And I won't lie, that there's a lot of guys in their, in their early 20s, like, I'm a fucking stud. I'm getting busted nuts and doing this and da 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 da. And I look back and I'm like, man, why would I like, nah, I just like, I was like, I was cocky back then, now it's just like, it's sex. I'll get it. It's good. I have great partners. And then like, I'm always asking them like, was it good for you? And obviously as I've matured through my sexual experiences, I've always, it's just like, hey, make sure that they're taken care of, make sure that they at least have an orgasm or two, and, and then, take care of yourself and this and that,
So let me ask you an opinion, because I've never actually asked anyone about this before.
Okay.
How would it upset you if you got off but the other individual didn't?
I've actually had that happen, and it did. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And they're like, no, it's fine. You got off. You're happy. It's good. We can try again later. And I was like, I'll lay there and I'm sorry. And they're like, no, sweetie, it's fine. You're cool. I'm like, okay, I'm ready again. Let's do this. But first, it's your turn.
Because for me, I don't always physically get off, but for me, just because of my religion, I'm very heterosexual, so I prefer men. But if a woman's around, I'm totally down to play. But for me, I love to satisfy man, and if he comes and it's in me, or wherever they want to do, I'm so much happier.
Yeah, I've had a lot of, they're like, no, dude, I get more off when you get off. And I was like, well, to tell the truth, I get off when you get off. Or
I know it's very contradicting for us, especially with my boyfriend. I want to send him off to work with a nut busted, because I know genetically and scientifically, if a guy busts a nut before he goes to work, he's gonna have a way better day.
I think I have the worst problem, because I have a few long distance friends that will hit up and we'll text each other all day. I'm like, what time do you get off? I'm like, not for another 4 hours. Well, guess what I'm thinking about doing to you right now? I'm like, I can't do anything about it. Well, can't you go in the bathroom at your work? There's a lot of things I'm going to do. I'm not going to go do that in my work bathroom, because all our dudes share it and I don't need them like, what's this stuff on the floor? Right? And
Well, you
like,
don't know how to clean up after yourself?
oh, no, don't get me wrong. I know how to clean it up. I just don't need them like Something's weird in here. Why do you look so relaxed? No reason. Shut up.
I'm so chill right now. Y'all want to do another 8-hour shift?
But like I said, you know, in today's technology, it's so like, okay, hang on a sec, and click, and that'll hold you off for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easier for, like it's for a lot of them it's easier because they either work at home or they have more privacy, so they're like, oh, that's really good, hang on a sec, click, 10 pictures of video, a really deep description text. I'm like, crap, okay. Like I won't lie, sometimes I feel like all I can like they have like I like to think I'm a pretty good wordsmith when it comes to sexting, you know, but a lot of times I'm like, okay, this is all I can really send them, or I can send them a video or this or that. Well, it's no, we have all this to send you. We have all these options before. I'm like, man, I gotta up my game somehow.
It's definitely like it upsets me that guys, you know, they just send like a dick pic or something. You have more to show. Show it all.
Right.
That's what I want, because my terrible theme, I've told many people this, and I've been very out loud about it. My favorite dick pics, I don't know how I came up with this fetish, but it is mine, and I openly hold on to it deep in my heart, is when a guy takes a dick pic with his shoes and socks on that I can visibly see.
Oh,
Those are my favorite. Like, you don't have to be hard, but if I can see your shoes and socks on, don't come into my house with shoes and socks on. They're not welcome. I have a shoe rack and everything. But I love seeing that, and I don't know why.
I'm that classic. I'll be spread out, got it back here, and I got my underpants around my ankles, and I still got my socks on. I'm like, does this look attractive? They're not looking in the background. They're looking at the main event right here.
Oh, I look at full details. Like, I'll recognize that you have a Kool-Aid bottle in the background, but it's like half drinking. What kind of flavor is that?
I've had people like behind me or in front of me or whatever. They're just like, oh, that looks hot. Is that a Superman poster in the back there? Or is like,
Oh,
or is
yeah.
that a poster? And I'm like, is that really what you want to like? Well, yeah, it is. I'm like, but is that really what you want to talk about right now? It's like, well, yeah.
I 100% did that when I first saw your profile. I was like, because that's what I look for. Like, congrats on, like, you know, posting the dick pics and everything. But I'm like, what about this person? Just start expanding the photo and everything. I like to look at the fine details. I'm like, is he really into Deadpool? Really? Mm.
We're going to Photoshop out the dick for a sec, and then we're just going to take a quick view of the room. And I proudly say this, that I am a gigantic nerd.
You really are. Oh, okay, we started this off with you being part of the Daily Prophet. That was like one of the first things that I saw. I was like, I want him up. But that means you're more DC, and I'm over here sitting here with Star Wars. So
I subscribe to just about everything: DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Star Trek. Like, I don't like to limit myself. Do I have a preferred preference on one or the other? Kind of, sorta, but you know, don't like the nerd world is a buffet. Like, try it all, you know. Like,
this decade is about to blow up anything nerd wise, because guess what? We're gonna be, you and I, because we're in our beautiful, lovely 30s. We're gonna be so mad or so happy. Because Ahsoka is coming out soon with Star Wars. I know that.
I'm so behind on the Disney Channel Star Wars shows, and I'm like,
if you want my luck, do you have Disney Plus?
I do. I got it all. I'm deep into Mandalorian, the newest season. I love it, and
so good.
I have no. I have just about every Marvel movie there's made, and I have just about every DC movie made. But I don't just like the current stuff. I like the old stuff as well, like Dolph Lundgren, Punisher, the original.
So good.
Right. And I'm one of those, and believe it, I actually like all the Batman movies, not just Christian Bale. I like them all, even the George Clooney Batman. Yes,
George Clooney's the best.
No, it's not it's everyone's like, no, this sucks, but we still love it. I'm like, I know.
Oh no, I love George Clooney. No, he was amazing. Like 10 out of 10.
Was he a great Batman? No, because Schumacher put nips on there. He was, however, in my opinion, I think he was a really good Bruce Wayne. He was just so dignified. He had He was good for me, and
But I'm also a sucker for Jared Leto as, Joker. So
Joker, he did a great job, I think.
okay,
And
okay.
he did, and I have
dead.
eclectic taste for just about everything, music, movies, this and that. So I try not to limit myself. I am, I do go back to a lot of things because I know them and I like them. But I tried new things, as I said. So sex wise, I like being dominated by women. I want to try being pegged. I want, I've also found that I'm like, just the other night I was watching some stuff on Pornhub, and I'm like, huh, okay, this is interesting. And I realized, huh, I'm actually liking trans women.
Oh, that's what we're starting to dabble into, because my partner, he was like, I don't really want dick around me, but like, he's like, but if it was like a hot trans woman, like, he'd be down. I was like, cool.
Right. I saw a few trans porn stars, and I'm like, holy crap, she is sexy, she is beautiful, she is just. I'm like, damn, okay. And I'm just, whew. I've seen some very attractive trans women. I look at them like, wow, I couldn't even tell, like, there's no way they used to be guys. They're all women. They're.
And if they identify themselves as a woman, more power to you. And if you just, that's the beauty about, the community, LGBTQ2. I never remember these letters. I have a lazy lisp, so y'all can come at me about that. That's fine. But it's amazing how, especially over the past just few years, that, because I identify myself as a straight female. But, I do love women. I have such a fascinating, love for them, because it's so hard to be a woman, always, having to dress up. I fucking didn't do my nails today. That wasn't going to fucking happen.
Oh, don't worry. I didn't do my hair. I didn't put anything on here. This is just.
You're just being you, and it's beautiful. And the fact that the struggle that they have to go through, especially, during politics and stuff. Ugh.
Yeah,
And it's fascinating to, I never would have thought I'd be into someone who's. I know someone told me one time that I shouldn't say trans, but I don't know how to, appropriately say it. But I like someone who was a male and decided to take that transformation to be more feminine.
Yeah.
And I think that's gorgeous, and more power to you. Be who you want to be. Fuck the world.
Exactly. I have a friend who is transgender. He transitioned from female to male, and I've never been so happy for him. I knew him when he was a female. He was beautiful. He was sexy, and now he's a man. He is studly. He's got the chin. He's got the whiskers and everything. And we used to, when I was asking, it was like during his transition, I was like, so like, what kind of equipment are you going to be looking for? He's like, I'm going to go shopping for something, something. I'm like, what are you thinking? Something
Get it, girl. Go ahead.
Like, are you thinking something, like big or like short? Somewhere in the middle. I'm like, dude, I fucking love you.
It's beautiful.
I'm gonna put this out here right now
put it out there, hon.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this out there right now because growing up, I was always told respect everybody for who they are, what they love. And I'm going to put this out there right now because you're saying, I don't care if you're straight, bi, gay, trans, gender fluid, binary, non-binary, whatever it is, be who you are meant to be. Love yourself. If you come to me with respect and you want to be like, man, hey, this is my life. Let's be buds. I'm not going to push my stuff on you. Then you know what? We're going to be buds and we're going to chill. I'm like, that's cool. And that's all I ask, is that everybody just respects everybody. Don't come to me and be preaching like God's gonna smash you because you do this. I'm like, that's not my God. You can just take that away. I've met so many eclectic people in my life. Like, as I said, life is a buffet. I've met so many amazing people. I don't want to limit myself just to one type of person. And I think when people are truly who they are meant to be, they are happier. And yes, life is a struggle. Life is hard because you got people coming out saying, no, you can't do this. Parents saying, I don't want you anymore, and this and that. And I'm like, you know what? Come hang out with me. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to try and convert you. Am I going to bust your balls? Am I going to, give you a hard time? Yeah, because I love you and we're going to joke around and this and that. But just know, I love you and I want to support you.
That's so beautiful, and thank you so much for saying that. I mean, I swear, like the internet is definitely an ugly place, but there are people like us that hey, right here.
I have so many people that are exactly the same way. I'm like, hey man, I don't care how you live your life. You want to chill with me? Yeah. You want to hang? Let's go out and get drinks. You respect me, I respect you. We're gonna bond. We're gonna chill. We're going on vacation or whatever. Cool, And
we're gonna go to the Bahamas and just get fucked or fuck everyone. Okay.
We're gonna go. We're gonna get drunk and we're gonna check out dudes and chicks and whoever. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie to you. There's some, I say this with pride. There's some really good looking guys out there. And I'm like, damn, yeah. I mean, holy crap. And other people look at me like, dude, really? Aren't you gay? I'm like, no, I just recognize handsome. There's some handsome.
I just really appreciate some good looking people. I'm sorry.
I have a list of actually, I'm still narrowing down the female side. I have the top 5 male celebrities on
okay, let's do this together. I'll do it with you.
Okay. What was it?
So number 5 is
Pierce Brosnan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. He's a good, older, solid man.
I grew up with him doing James Bond and all his other films.
Yeah.
He's attractive. He's become very Silver Fox. Yeah. He's that off. Who was it? Number 4 was Gerard Butler. He's
okay.
He's Scottish. He can do comedy, action. He can kick ass, right? You know what I mean? Number 3, this is like everybody's choice, Jason Momoa.
Not mine, but okay.
Hey, he's got that big grizzly teddy bear thing going for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny because I just started watching because my boyfriend, he's read all the books but has not seen Game of Thrones.
My girlfriend and I are still working on that one. We're like in 5.
We're season 6.
Yeah, we're like, okay, where were we at? Because we haven't watched it for like 2 years. Okay, we're we're in season 5. We're good. We're in the middle. She turned me on to Stranger Things, so I'm like, I'm finally.
Yeah, it's a great show. Okay, so Jason Momoa, and then
number 2 was Henry Cavill. He's just a
okay. He's Superman. I get it.
Man, and I love him as Superman, but I also, if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. The Men from U.N.C.L.E. He's oh god, he's suave, he's debonair, and he's just like, dude, I love it. And then number 1, this is pretty basic for a lot of guys out there, but I say this with love. Number 1, without a doubt, Ryan Reynolds.
It's a solid list.
I know, right? And I Ryan Reynolds. Not only because he's Deadpool, because he's just a funny dude. He's true to who he is, And I've watched a lot of his stuff when he was also younger from here. So I think the first time I ever saw him in anything was Van Wilder,
The only time that I liked Ryan Reynolds before Deadpool was Waiting.
I love Waiting, yeah.
I have it queued up all the time on my TV. I hated him in anything National Lampoon. I thought he was such a fucking douche. And I didn't like any of his acting. And anytime I heard about Ryan Reynolds before Deadpool, I was like, this guy sucks. He's the worst actor ever. And then he finally landed Deadpool, and I was like, now this makes sense.
Oh yeah, no. When Deadpool came out and they leaked the footage, everyone's like, dude, check this out, dude. I got like 10 of those.
Oh yeah.
Notifications on thing. But one thing I do love him in, he did a sitcom back in like early 2000, Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place.
Oh.
I know. No, a former coworker turned this on to me. He's like, have you ever heard of this show? I was like, no. And the entire season before they removed it was on YouTube. I was like, nice. And I told people about this, and they're like, dude, what are you watching? Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place? Are you watching porn while you're talking to me, you sicko? I'm like,
I mean, it's Ryan Reynolds, pretty much.
It's like it's a show with Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is porn. I'm like, no.
I mean, he could. I would 100% subscribe to that.
Right. But if I had to, off the top of my head, the 5 women celebrities, I know one of them is Ava Green. She did
See, I don't know women celebrities. I don't do well with women celebrity names.
She did Casino Royale with Daniel Craig, the second 300 movie. Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki Minaj. She does great music, and she's she's sexy. I'm gonna say it.
That ass. I can't help it. I'm a booty girl.
I'm gonna say who else? And there's some old. I'm gonna say Michelle Pfeiffer. She's still sexy to me. I like older women because some of them they've aged like a fine wine. Michelle
fine wine, fine whiskey, like it's just
right. The girl who did the recent Mummy movie with Tom Cruise. I love her. She's I can't remember what her name is off the top of my head.
It's okay. Someone will insert a little bubble right here to tell us what it is.
I know who he's talking about. But yeah, no, I have a preference for full-figured ladies. Something you can really cuddle to. I like natural ladies if they have a little paunch, and then some of the bigger ladies. My girlfriend, she's very full-figured. I like having ladies I can cuddle up with and stuff. And I'm also, as a lot of guys, I like boobs and I like butts. I'm really I like to think also legs, like from legs to thighs.
Okay. I love that.
It's very I like to think of it as an old school thing because a lot of guys in earlier generations check out those stems on her. And you think about it, and there's just some ladies out there who got some nice legs, and I'm like, can you just come over here? Can I feel your thigh, please? Oh, that's nice. I like full-figured ladies, and I like natural ladies who have a little bit of a paunch, who have a little bit of a gut. That's me. That's what I like. I like because they cuddle really, really super well, in my opinion. They like to cuddle up real close, and you're all warm, and this and that.
So who's number one?
Okay.
That's what we've been sitting here waiting for.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry, you said
you blacked out. You completely blacked out, just fascinated about this.
I think if I had to put someone at number one, I definitely think it's going to be Ava Green. She's got, like I said, she's got that
gorgeous.
She is. She's got those gorgeous green eyes. She's got an accent. She's got that big toothy grin. I'm a big fan of. And like I said, she's done action movies. She's done.
Ella, hold on, Ella. You can't lick your twat while I'm recording a podcast.
It's very unlucky.
She's like, I love Ava Green too. Oh my god, you're such a lesbian. I can't shame you for that. She's like, honey, can't get through that.
Oh, I know another. Okay, actually, I put another one on the list. Lizzo.
Oh yeah, Lizzo's great.
Lizzo.
I'm gonna, because you're not caught up on Mandalorian, you said?
No, I know that she and Jack Black do an episode. They've done a bunch of promos on it.
It's so fucking amazing.
I need to see it, and I love Lizzo. She's such a confident woman in her body. She's got great.
She's a queen.
Oh my god, right? And she doesn't mind flaunting. I'm like, yeah.
She fucking works it. I watched her last TikTok of a get ready with me, and she was just so nonchalant about it. I was like, you deserve this. Thank you. I don't deserve you licking me after you lick your twat. That's fucking disgusting. This is the first time you've actually co-hosted, and then you do that kind of shit. Yeah, you're fired for now.
Okay, I guess I'll go ahead. Sorry. Screw you, Mom.
I'll give you your last check later. Oh, and then you go to your fucking corner. All right, well. Well, thank you so much. No, you can't bark after that because I fired you. Calm down. Tucker, is there anything you want to plug in before we step off of this beautiful, I don't know what the fuck this is kind of thing?
As far as plugins, I would say check out. I'm actually very proud of my TikTok. I don't do it for money. I just do it for kicks. I do it to relax.
You got a TikTok? I just got off of TikTok. I'm obsessed with TikTok. That's how I start every morning with. I don't want anyone ever to do it because
I was one of those people. I downloaded twice, and I was like, okay, I can't figure this out. And the third time, I was like, all right, let me figure this out. And I'm like, crap, I love this thing.
Fucking hooked, just like Vine. It was so
right.
hooked.
And I do some funny stuff, but I mostly like doing movies, like action movies. I got a lot of it's just I have a freaking blast with it. So if anybody's watching, go check me out at Hey You Guy with the Face 21.
All links will be down below that you can check out
Okay.
all the beautiful stuff.
Yes, if you want to check out my Fet Life, there's not really a whole lot going on there. I'm trying to I'm working up how to get more photos on there and stuff like that. Check me out. Ella, I'm trying to plug stuff. Come on.
Ella, chill the fuck out. Okay, you go ahead. I got her.
If you want to check me out, check out Werefreak21. I add just about everybody, so enjoy. I'm all, like I said, I bring like, hit me up, send me a message, hit on me, flirt with me, ladies.
Yeah, please do flirt with him because oh my gosh, you are just such an amazing person.
Stop!
Stop it! Oh my god! Oh no, you stop it!
You're so stupid. Shut up! Oh my god! Oh, I think I threw my neck out on that one.
Okay, well, too hard of a whip.
Just stop it. Just,
stop it.
I'm channeling Brendan Fraser from George of the Jungle. Just stop. Just.
Oh my god! Congrats on him for winning an award finally for.
I know, finally, right? Oh my gosh,
I know.
He's making this
so,
comeback.
but I would love to have you back on if you want to be on.
I would love to come back. I think I'm having such a blast here, and I'm not gonna lie. There was a part of me like I'm betting some of my coworkers are gonna find this and like, Tucker, what the hell is this? I don't care. You like doing this stuff? I'm like, you got to experiment, buddy. You got to try new things.
Get out there and get her done.
Right? It's not my fault. The great creator put our pleasure button up a place where you don't like stuff. Not our.
Well, thank you guys for either welcoming here to the Ugly Couch Podcast or welcome back. And yeah, that's